Alright, Kakeru Taiyou episode 5 review. Now, I didn't do episode 4 review, so I might end up referencing some stuff from episode 4 and whatnot. But either way, I'm just probably gonna spend the most time talking about this episode. I really enjoyed this episode. Got a lot of backstory, a lot of character development, particularly as far as Ginka is concerned, and I really fucking love her character now. I really do. Ginka is fucking awesome. You know, you meet her father, her godfather slash uncle, whatever you want to call him, and we just see a lot of what made her the type of person she is today. Now, a lot of stuff with like the main antagonists of this series, you know, you see that the guy who was introduced in episode 4 and the businessman type of person who he corresponds with. I'm talking about the guy who could like shift forms. You know, he was like a young boy when he approached the artist girl in episode 4, and now he was like an older woman when he went to the party, and then he changed to a young girl when he, you know, manipulated Honda. So I don't really understand what this person is or who he or she is per se. I know that it's clear that all Daemonia are a product of his manipulation and him like giving these individuals with weakness of heart and, you know, different evil inclinations, not necessarily evil, but just different weaknesses and stuff, and preying on them and giving them one of the Diablos Tarot cards and transforming them into Daemonia. So now we understand how Daemonia are actually created, and you know, he's corresponding with this businessman type of person. I don't know who this dude is behind the scenes in the shadows, but you know, it doesn't seem like they really get along that well because he calls him a pig as he's exiting his building and whatnot. So I don't really know what's going on. I don't even have any theory. Like, I can't really understand what their overall goal is, except that you can see that they have a hatred for the elemental tarot users, and they're aligned with the Diablos Tarot and whatnot. I don't really understand what exactly they're trying to do by creating these Daemonia, and if with each Daemonia transformation they're actually accomplishing anything or not. But we'll see what happens as the story unfolds. But I like that we have like a clear antagonist presence now with these two characters, and you know, it's not just Daemonia that are running the show, and we know a bit more about the Daemonia. Now, Ginka, you know, I love this backstory for her about how she used to be poor and her and her father were poor, and just how it interrelated with Honda, who had his company, and you see Honda's downfall throughout this episode and transforming into a Daemonia. And it was really cool to see, and now I really understand. You find out like why Ginka's always eating the takoyaki, you know, her obsession with like things, all the things in her rooms, all the piggy banks, the money, why she's even aligned with the Temperance Arcana. And it's really cool. I really fucking love Ginka now. I really do. I loved her before, but now I like her a lot more now, a lot more. Like, her and Sarah are still my favorite characters. Akari is pissing me off, man. I want to like Akari, and I respect her kindness, and I love that about her, but she's just being too weak and foolish. Like, why are you letting every single thing that the Daemonia say influence you? Up to this point, you know good and well that there's no way to deal with these threats unless you destroy them. So just fucking destroy it. What good does it do for you to hear, like, I really just understand Sarah's point of view. Just eliminate them. Just eliminate them. Because even Ginka, she hears what Honda has to say, and she's like, and I just love Ginka's mindset. Like, Ginka is like a mediation between Sarah and Akari, and that's where you need to be right there. She heard what Honda had to say because she couldn't resist. You know, Honda was like a surrogate father to her in a way, and you know, she agreed with Sarah. She's like, if I hadn't heard that, you know, I could just do my job and eliminate it, and I need to do that anyway, because first of all, it's not right for Honda to live like this. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing we can do for him. He needs to rest in peace. So I take care of this, and she does, and it's fucking awesome. The animation in this episode was so fluid and beautiful, and coupled with the plot developments, with the antagonist, you know, getting more screen time, seeing more about how the Daemonia are really created. But we got that in episode 4, but we're really seeing a pattern now with them trying to go after more individuals each episode. And, you know, with that, Ginka's character development, I'm probably foreseeing that we probably get, you know, probably Sarah's backstory, or, you know, Luna's backstory. One of the two, who knows? But, you know, we're probably going to get more of these character-focused episodes like this one was pertaining to Ginka in the next coming episodes. And I just can't wait to find out more about these two antagonist figures that we have and what their goal is. So, this episode, like I said, great development for the story. Really love Kakeru Taiyou, nonetheless. And I'm going to give it 7.5 out of 10. Because Ginka and her father are awesome characters. I just fucking love them, and Ginka carried the episode for me, hands down. Ginka carried the episode. Not even Sierra like really touched Ginka in this episode. No, Ginka all the way on this. And one last side note, yeah. So 7.5 out of 10 for Kakeru Taiyou episode. You know, no, 7 out of 10. Because it wasn't really that great of an episode besides all the things that it did that I mentioned, like plot development and Ginka's backstory. Other than that, it kind of dragged in parts. So 7 out of 10. But aside from that, though, everybody needs to know the OP by Lisa, Träumerei, it's out now. Pick it up. I got it yesterday. I'm about to go hard with it. That's it. That's it for my Kakeru Taiyou review, episode 5. Peace. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can see that. The Ginka wallpaper. It's money. It's money, isn't it? Jeez.